Mother's Day is right around the corner. And if you're undecided on what to get mom, maybe some flowers or a nice meal that she doesn't have to cook is just the break she needs. But for a limited time, use code Theo50. That's right, Theo50 to get 50% off, up to a $15 value when you spend $15 or more at local florists, convenience, grocery, and retail stores on DoorDash. And starting May 9th through Mother's Day weekend, your flowers order will unlock credit towards select gifts that take cooking, planning, and more off mom's plate. Make this Mother's Day special with DoorDash. Code Theo50. Terms apply. All right. Here we are. Welcome to the month of May in the year 2025. Thank you for joining me here today. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life and you be a part of mine today. Happy Mother's Day. We'll start with that. We got a nice episode of, we got some Mother's Day stuff. We're going to get into a little bit of light news. And then we had a call a few weeks back about grief and loss. And we had a lot of nice feedback calls and informative, heartfelt contributions. So we'll get into those in a bit as well. But yeah, Mother's Day. That's it. Because your mama raised you. Think about that. Your mom, well, you was doing nothing. Your little ass laying there. Doing nothing, boy. Hunting for a fucking hand tit. That's all you was doing. You was just hunting for that little hand tit with your little hands. You was a little slurp lord. And your mother raised you. First of all, if something came up to me and started sucking on my breast, on my tit or man or whatever it's called, tit for men or whatever, I would not then raise it. That is, you have to think about that. If something started sucking on your tit, would you take it off and then raise it and grow it to its full form? Only a mother would do that type shit, boy. That's some next level. That's some next level behavior mothers out there. With your ass, too. A lot of kids never washed their ass. We had a buddy. His legs just knew his pants so well. He wore the same pants always. And so you knew good and well so nobody was washing his ass, boy. Not a chance. Even his mom. And she tried. Sometimes you see her warm up some water on a stove in a stove pot and to pull his pants back and just dump it right down the back of his pants, hoping to get a half wash or quarter wash on his ass with that warm water. But damn, our mothers did that. And when we couldn't read, imagine you sitting there with somebody, right? And they can't read, you know? And you got to teach them you start with the first letter and you show them that. And it's a picture of like an alligator and a little kid. And the mom's like, what's that? And he's like, lizard, or whatever. He can't even say shit. He don't even say nothing. He just look at you and try to cop a quick hit off that tit. That's a dumb child. We were all dumb child. Our mother helped us out of that cavern of knowing nothing. God, they did a lot of work. And then even once you were in school, when you had to go to school and take a test, and you was dumb, buddy. You was damn dumb. You was a dumb child. And your mother still hugged you and said, you're going to do good on it. I remember my mom would be like, you can do great on your test. I'd look at her, I'd be like, really, I am? You're going to do great. And I would leave out the door and I'd peek back in the window where you could see her just shaking her head like, he going to fuck it up. But that's crazy to send something, know something is going to not do well on a damn spelling or whatever it's called. and send it out in the world and still hug it. And pretend like when they get back, how'd you do? You fucking know good and well how they did, Mom. They didn't do shit, boy. They didn't do shit, bro. Opening pants. Pew, pew. Another batch of warm water on that ass. It's spring cleaning. Mother's Day, man, that's what it is. And that's what it ain't, man. I want to say happy Mother's Day to my mother. I know she watches this show, and I appreciate that. Man, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. The ones that do it by themselves, and some of y'all have help. And yeah, it's just this. We know you're doing it. Somebody's doing it. And it ain't us. It ain't us children. We think we did it ourselves. We didn't do shit. So make sure to reach out to your mother. Hit her with a happy Mother's Day. Get her something. We got one of our commercials. They got a good advertisement, something beautiful. You get her some good items or something. Break her off something. Get your mother something. Drive over there. Give her a hug, boy. Keep your hands off that breast, though, boy. You of age now. You of age, because that's always the craziest. You see some 9-year-old at the basketball game, and he over there. And he up under his mother wearing a triple XL men's polo shirt, just so that kid can get up under there and nobble off on that tit. And he fucking 9, bro. Dude, I remember they had this one kid, Lil Bubby was his name, and he would go slip up under his mom's shirt. His mom, I don't know if she was in a wheelchair or she was just not, kind of looked like she was in a wheelchair type shit. And she had them crazy breasts, them kind. It looked like they cracked open and were kind of flooding out. Like them bitches was, I don't even know if they are. At a certain point, it was like she had them just got damn them thing, boy. She had them fucking beanbag. She had them damn. You know what I'm saying? She could find somebody take a break right between her breasts. You'd find two factory workers over between her breasts, getting a nap in and betting on the horse racing. Because she had them big break time tits, boy. She had them damn baby bags. She had a cow walk up and try to feed off of them bitches. She had them front end loaders on her. What were we talking about? What were we talking about, Easton?
Mother's Day?
Mother's Day. That's it, man. That is it. Sorry, I went off on a tangent. Oh, but I remember they had his kid, Lil Bubby, and he would go over by his mom's, he'd get him a damn candy bar and get up under that shirt and get on that tit. You'd see him in there. He'd have to pop his head out to catch more breath, to catch more air. He'd be like, he'd stick his head out, and then back under there, candying and titting. Under there, damn 9 years old, brother. You're going to do good on your test, son. No, we ain't. That kid's damn dumb, baby. Happy Mother's Day. I don't know what I'm going to get my mother. Well, I'll get my mother some, I'll send her a card. And I sent that thing on Monday, boy. So it's going to be there. Because for years, I'm that guy send that late card, I send that bitch. She'll get that bitch on Father's Day. She gets that bitch. And she did both jobs anyway, so they should make that. They should make that Mother Father's Day card. The 2-in-1 hitter now. They should get that thing released out there. Because you've heard me say it before, man. The hardest working man I've ever met is my mother. Big facts. Happy Mother's Day to you and to your mothers. Make sure to get that love line. Hit her with that love line. Do something. Get over there. Tickle her. You know what I'm saying? Buy her a bra that says keep out on it and honor those words. Because you too tall to be titting. You know that shit. Type shit, boy. What's going on? Feeling a little injured today? I went, picked up something at the gym. Bam, injured. Didn't even. And it was that kind of thing where your back locks up in your lung. like that. Just, where you, it's like the wind got knocked out of your back. And, you know, and your friend's like, what's going on? And you're like, you can't even talk. So I just left. I don't know what they thought I had cancer or whatever, but yeah, injured myself. Went to the massage place over here. And I go to the Chinese shop over there, that chop shop. It say right on the sign, chop shop, you know? And they selling fucking rice right out the back of that bitch, boy. They'll remodel your spinal column. They'll fucking unjanga that bitch and then hit you with that damn 2 grams of rice when you roll out the door. They got that shit in there. And whenever I go get that massage at the Chinese place, I ask for the big guy. I want big guy. When I call him on the phone, he knows me. My buddy Yang over there, I call him on the phone. He said, you coming? I said, big guy. You got big guy? Sometimes he got him, sometimes he don't. Because I've had the second string. They said, big guy gone. Big guy gone. That's what he said. I don't know what he meant. But I think he was trying to say big guy gone, right? And I spot him a letter if he ain't got it all, bro. He from another country, you know? That's kind of guy I am. I'll fucking give you a vowel. Big guy gone. Gone. I got you. With that E, twin. So, yeah. He said, big guy gone. So I went in there and they had a second big guy in that bitch, bro. The second, and he ain't that big, bro. He trying to, like, make his neck long, just trying to look big or something, you know? He put on mittens and shit. Because Asian, they try to trick you when you're looking at them. They trick you. They're the fucking, they're the bok choy David Blaine's, baby. Them bitches will fucking, they trick you, bro. They'll put a piece of rice over each eye and tell you they sleeping. That's who they are. They tricksters like that. But I said, big guy. He said, well, big guy gone. But I showed up anyway. I took that fucking other big guy, bro. And he wasn't shit. This little motherfucker, this little fucking woodpecker, he couldn't do shit. He would fucking just trying to hammer on me, bro. He just put one of his arms out and was just like that, just woodpeckering me with that elbow. Didn't do shit. I'm fucking still hurt. But anyway, what else? Big guy. I want big guy. Dude, I'll tell you this, bro. So one time I'm in there and I was getting a massage at this other joint. I went to this other joint. And I'm in there, bro. And I do the massage where it's like this chair thing that you sit kind of forward on. Easton, can you bring that up for me, brother?
Yeah, I got you.
And we're borrowing Easton today. He's helping us produce, and blessings to you, man. And Easton works on John Chris's podcast. What's it called?
Net Positive.
Net Positive with John Chris, if you want to tap in with him. What did I ask Easton? Do you remember?
Pull up a chair picture.
Get that massage chair, that front forward leaning. Let's go with that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the kind they have right there. They put your face in a little, it's like a little soft little toilet seat, but it's soft, but it's little. Yeah. Put your face on that. And then they just start getting at you. Anyway, so yeah, I'll go in. He's got one of those chair massages. So I sit in there and big guy here. Big guy gone, big guy here. Big guy starts rattling on me, doing his big guy shit, fucking leaving sweat on my back. I can feel it. Every now and then I know he's really popping back there if I feel a bead of sweat hit my fucking neck. So he back there popping, right? And then I look over, dude, in the chair next to me, there's a kid getting a massage, right? I didn't know this could happen, right? It's like this kid, looked like kind of like the Rizzler, right? Like probably 9, maybe 9, and like kind of Rubenesque, you know, chubbish or whatever they call it. This chubbish little kid, and there's a guy just rubbing over, just like massaging him, you know. And I didn't know a kid could get him. I didn't know. And I'm like, am I watching like what am I watching? Like, is this a kid getting a massage, or is this is it legal, or, you know, I just didn't know. Yeah, I'm like, and like, how long do you watch? It's just a massage, like if, you know, but yeah, this kid, but it was so crazy. This kid was getting a massage, like this kid got a massage or was getting a massage, this kid. So they're massaging a kid. It's during the school day. So I'm like, what is, you know, what rich little kid skipped school to get a fucking massage, bro? Then anyway, so we're sitting there, and at some point somebody did a fart, you know? Somebody did and I think it was this kid, right? It was crazy, dude. I'm there. It's already weird enough. Somebody's massaging a kid. I'm getting fucking big guy. Big guy is over there fucking working me in, and the little dude's over here getting fucking chopped out. You know, this little fucking fifth graders or whatever. This little fifth graders, he's getting over there fucking chopped out by Chim Chop, your boy, right? And I'm like, can you even massage a kid? I'm thinking, and then somebody just started a fart out of their body. And I think it was the kid, right? Because I think, look, if you massage a kid, they're going to fart. They got to strike back somehow because it's illegal to touch them. So, and it sounded like, I don't know. It sounded like somebody was drinking milk and then just like, it sounded like it just sounded like a ghost wearing booty cologne that had just climbed out of that child. And I'm not saying it was definitely the kid who was in there doing farts or whatever, but, you know, I don't know, you know. I'm no farting Luther King or whatever, but I have a dream that somebody farting in here. But there was another guy in there, so it could have been other guy, you know, whoever that was, Louis Farrakhan. No, it's just a activist joke. Anyway, it could have been this other guy in there. I don't know, because there was another guy in there, just a guy like worked at a bank or something, or was like cheating on his wife, some guy, right? And they were over there shining him up. They over there really getting into his shoulders and neck. You know, he had two kind of medium guys. He didn't have no big guy like I did, bitch. But they chopping into him, but at some point the room started to smell bad. Somebody chopped off a real fart, and it sounded like somebody had put like milk on, just like their butt had been drinking milk and then just did a fart, bruh. It was you could hear, it just sounded like like somebody had taken a tight foot out of a wet boot, you know, out of a wet rubber boot. But anyway, what is that? Happy Mother's Day, bro. That's what I'm telling y'all. I got a massage, and you got to take care of yourself when you get them. When I go into a massage place, first thing I say, no pop. I say, no pop. Touch a tap on my wiener 2 times. Pop. No pop for me. That's what I say when I go into those places. We got an episode. Oh, and that means don't touch me. Don't touch don't touch this, you know, don't stay off my wiener. That's what I say, you know. Stay off my small guy, huh? Stay off my small guy. Big guy. No. Medium guy. But I tell him right when I walk in, don't jerk me off. I do that myself. I do it at home. I do it under, you know, I do it under with closed blinds or whatever. Music on, music off, whatever. I don't jerk off with the fan on. I say that point blank. You see some dudes, bro, I know I got buddies. You walk in their room, it smell in there like they've been jerking out. Oh, well. And the fan is on, bruh. Have some respect, bruh. Have you out there drying out your root or whatever, and you out there popping off, bruh. You out there freaking earning pearls out of your own ween out there. So, praise God. We'll get to an ad in just a second. We got a new pope. Is that right there, Easton?
That is correct.
And what did you think about it? What's the news on him? You got any information on him?
He is the first American pope.
No way.
He is. He is from Chicago, Illinois.
The Bears, boy. Wow.
Yep. I'll pull up his name here. He's going by Pope Leo the 14th, and his name is Robert Prevost.
Bobby Prevost, baby. And who do the Packers have? Aaron Rodgers, dude. It's a wrap, bro. Jordan loved it. Dude, nobody. The Pope. Dang, dang. Dude, we got the Pope, huh? Go Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? We got the Pope today. Gang, boy, we ride here. Big guy. Big guy. Damn, bro. Hope he stops the massaging of children. You know what I'm talking about? We shut it down, brother. I don't know if we can say that. And how do we know when they pick the Pope?
So they, I guess all the Cardinals, there's like a bunch of, I don't know how many. They all like silently, secretly, like, you know, like thing you did in school where you let it like close your eyes and raise your hand and the teacher counted. I guess it's like that where they like secretly vote.
Oh.
And they don't decide until I think it's like a 2/3 majority. So
like heads up, sovereign up or whatever?
Yeah. So if the Pope, I guess every day they do it. And if the Pope hasn't been chosen, they do like black smoke out of the chimney. And then if the Pope does get chosen, then it's white smoke that comes out of the chimney.
Oh, really? So how long did it take him to choose this Pope?
I think just like 2 days. Because yesterday it was black smoke, and then, or 2 days ago it was black smoke, and then yesterday it was white smoke.
Damn.
So it's only 2 days.
Have we ever had a black Pope yet?
No.
Wow, bro. That's what we got to get, that black Pope, boy. Big guy. What about an Asian Pope? Have we had it? Oh, we got to get a damn little Asian Pope, boy. Just a little bit of prayer fried rice, boy. You feel me? I want to say thank you to Mom for having all the answers. She had them all. She didn't. Sometimes they were wrong, yeah, but she had them all. Imagine something just asking you questions for 18 years and more. And you do your best to answer every one. Yup, that's a mom. But this year we're answering for Mom. And the answer is we're going to give them flowers plus a real break. Because moms are at it 24/7. And flowers, it's nice, but you know what they really want is a break. From everyone's questions, from the endless to-do list, from momming. Oh, I still ask my mom so many questions. I will call and ask my mom what shoe size I wear. I could look in my shoe. I could do a ruler against my foot. But I will call my mom. And if she doesn't answer it when I call, I will just not know what my shoe size is for the day. Oh, if I was a mom, I would just put earplugs in. That's what I would do. I would tell my kids, I would have like one of those lights that taxis have above them on the top of a taxi that says when it's available or not. I would turn the light off, not available. And then what would I do if I were a mom? Oh, I would get in a big bubble bath. That's what my mom used to do. She'd yell at us and say something. And say we weren't going to be able to have something, then you'd hear her slam her door, and then every now and then you'd hear her get in that bubble bath right there, and maybe crack open a cold beer or something, a cold little can of milk or whatever. You hear her crack it open and get that bubble bath going. Sud so high you couldn't see, hear nothing. Is she in there? I don't know what she would, and I think she would just sit in there in the bubbles and have a little sip of beer or cold milk. Something to get her through the day, man. So if I was a mother, I would do that. Oh, and I forgot to add, this Mother's Day, when you buy your mom flowers, you'll get up to $75 as a Dash Pass member or up to $50 as a non-Dash Pass member towards a family meal that mom doesn't have to cook. A fun activity so mom can play without planning, or a self-care retreat in case mom just wants some me time. Yep, that's Theo50, Theo, number 5, number 0, to get 50% off up to a $15 value when you spend $15 or more at local florists, convenience, grocery, and retail stores on DoorDash. And starting May 9th through Mother's Day weekend, your flowers order will unlock credit towards select gifts that'll take cooking, planning, and more off of mom's plate. Make this Mother's Day special with DoorDash. Terms apply. All right. You know, one of the last episodes, the last solo episode we had called Chili Boy or something like that. Was it Chili Baby? Chili Boy. Chili Baby. Chili. Pickle Chili. And it was about a month ago. And a man called in who had lost his girlfriend to cancer. So we're going to take a quick listen to that.
Hey Theo, hope you're doing well. I'm calling you today to see if I can get your perspective on something. My girlfriend of 4 years, she passed away 5.5 months ago. It wasn't not a surprise, but she had cancer. We thought that she had a little more time, but since then I've spent most of my time doing nothing. I would visit her grave every day for months, which is good, I guess, for getting out.
He goes and visits her grave every day, you would say, for months onward. Man, thank you for sharing this, brother.
Of my apartment, but I would just let the time pass, But recently I've started going back to school full time and working again. And honestly, I feel like I'm just doing it because it's expected of me, from like people around me, my family, and like peers. I guess another reason for that is I'm pretty young, but so maybe some people just expect me to move forward pretty fast, but I don't want to, I just sometimes you feel like I feel like I was like left behind,
Yeah, thank you for the call, brother. And we discussed this on a previous episode, but we got some calls that came in, and I wanted to listen to some of them here, just so you can get an idea. As always, the hotline guide is 985-664-9503. And here's a call that came in about grief. We asked callers if they had any suggestions for that gentleman, and here's some of the responses that we got.
Hey, Theo. Man, love your show, bro. Listen to you every day or every time you make a podcast. I'm actually listening to Pickle Chili right now. And I heard the caller call in about he lost his girlfriend or whatever. And you asked some people to call in, give some ideas of how maybe he can handle this situation. And look, I actually lost my daughter 5 years ago to this day from a brain aneurysm. And I guess the only advice I can say is, look, man, don't let nobody tell you how long you should grieve. It's going to be different for everyone because not every situation is going to be built the same. So do it at your own speed, man. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to want to get involved and tell you how you should do these, but you have to experience this the way that you need to experience this to make it right for you. I have dreams about my daughter often, man. And it's funny because like in my dreams, I know she's passed away and I know she's not with her. So while I'm dreaming, I just try to hug her and talk to her and make that dream last as long as I can. And look, bro, miss her every day. I talk to my daughter. Every night before I say a prayer, I talk to my daughter, and I've been doing that since the day she's passed away. And look, last but not least, bro, this doesn't get easier. It really doesn't. It just becomes a new type of normal. If that makes some sense, bro. Man, Theo, gang, love you, bro.
Love you too, bro. Thank you, man. Man. Man, that's a lot, that's nice of him to call. He called out of Louisiana. I see that area code 337 over there. And you can hear the bayou in the back of his throat right there. Yeah, I remember after my dad was gone, even still, sometimes if I'm having like a tough day, whenever I go to sleep at night, I'll hope that I get to see him or that he shows up, And then sometimes it's like gets to be further. Sometimes it's like further and further between times. And then, and it's just like you just wish you hope that somebody will be there. But then sometimes they are in your dream. And yeah, that's awesome, man. That's a really nice sentiment to share. Thank you for that call. Let's take another call here.
Hey, Theo. Hey, man. Just wanted to call in response, listening to the Pickle Chili podcast and the guy
Thank you for listening, man. I appreciate that. Thank anybody who listened.
that lost his girlfriend and after 5 months. Wanted to respond as somebody that's been through that too. Lost my fiance, high school sweethearts. Day before my birthday, she was in a car accident. And it's tough, man. It's somebody that you've been with for 7 years. At a young age, I was 21, she's 20, so it's kind of rough. But just wanted to respond to him and let him know the things that have helped me, and maybe it'll help him and somebody else. And the biggest thing is I got all those the same symptoms as him. Didn't want to do anything. You lose your purpose in life, and some things that you touched on, Theo. You want to dream, you want to feel all that again, and it's all true. But the thing that helped me the most is surround yourself with friends and family, and those things right there, the people that love and support you. I'm still close with her family, and those things help you get through it, man. So anytime I'm having those rough days and weeks, and you just, like you said, get out, surround yourself with people that love you and your friends. Go do some things with your friends. They're always there for you. And I got a dog, and that really helped me get through that too, man. You always got somebody excited to see you when you get home. And that's it, man. That's really the answer. You'll never forget. You'll never move on completely. You hope to have a normal life. But the things that help you push through it are going to be just love. Surround yourself with people who love you.
Amen, man. Yeah, there's a song. There's a song by this guy, Stephen Wilson Jr. Thank you for that call, and thank you to the caller previously too, and thank you guys for both sharing your experience with loss. Yeah, there's this song, "Grief." Is that by Stephen Wilson Jr. and it's "Grief is only love that has nowhere to go," and I thought about that. I thought about that since that gentleman called in, because love is this feeling that it has to land on someone or an object. It has to land on something, right? Like a person, place. Love has to have a place to land. If you love, like you can love yourself, but that's more like integrity and confidence, and then it can even drift into ego or whatever. But when you really love, you love someone, And so love is really, it's an outward thing. It's yours, but if it's active, it's not yours. It's like a bridge almost, kind of. And then, once that recipient is gone, once that place where it was landing is gone, it's like, it almost becomes, it's crazy that something that is so wonderful can become so painful, because then you have all these same feelings, but they don't have the place to land. Yeah, I remember when my father died. I remember I was at his funeral, and it was like the most like scariest thing ever. There was people there that I didn't know any of them. And this family that I just moved in with, the dad took me over there, and some of our neighbors went with me, and I just remember like it was all these feelings that I think I didn't even know that I'd had, that I wanted to be for my father, and I didn't even know I had them. And now it was just like they hit a dam, you know, they just would never have a place to go. And I just remember like just so much tears and like crying, and like it would be like going into the cracks of the floor, and I just wanted to be one of those tears. I wanted to just disappear. Let's take some other calls, man. And we're not trying to make that I guess it can't help but be like sad, but I think it's real, right? And it's real. This is, life is real, and it's full of real things. And I'm just glad we don't have to go through them alone. So that's a nice thought to have right now.
Hey, Theo. I'm replying to the gentleman that had recently lost a girlfriend. I had lost my girlfriend back in 2018, so it's going on 7 years now. It's tough, and it sounds like he was looking for answers when, the only thing that I could say is like, it sounds like he's on the right track. And if I was him, I would just choose to live through the memories that they shared together. I remember my girlfriend always telling me that, she thought I was a good teacher. And so now I'm in a field where I'm able to teach people things. And I just feel like every time I do, it reminds me of her. And there's just like, it's no longer a sadness anymore. There's a happiness in it. And
yeah. It's funny. Thank you. Sorry, I'm belching. I had a little bit of Celsius, but thank you for the call, man. I remember my dad. Like one of the only things I remember he said to me ever in my life was that I was a survivor. He used to always say that you're a survivor, and maybe he knew that because he was so old that it would be something that I would need. I don't know, but it's like one thing that I just feel like, or I relate to or something. Like I'm going to get through this, I guess, So I think that's really magical that when you act out something that somebody who loves you told you were, when you do those things, that you are kind of servicing that relationship that's no longer there. Like if she says that, where you said this part.
I remember my girlfriend always telling me that, she thought I was a good teacher. And so now I'm in a field where I'm able to teach people things. And
yeah, I could totally see that, man. That by then teaching that, you feel like you're honoring her, and it makes you feel that same way that you felt when she told you it was something that you did really well. Yeah. It's interesting how we figure out how to keep going in the world, all of us. And that we want to. That's one thing that I think is amazing about life, is this will to survive, right? It's like you have a man that lost his daughter, and he's, and it's like he wants to go and at least wake up and see the day every day because, probably through his eyes, his daughter somehow gets to see the day as well. I think there's just something in us that wants to survive so much. And I don't even know what to say about that or what I think about that thought. But thank you for that call, man. Thanks for sharing that. All right, let's take one more call.
Hey, Theo. This is Tyler from Cincinnati.
Hey, Tyler, thank you for calling, dude. Cincinnati over there. Will the Bengals have a decent defense? I don't know. All the money's on the offensive side of the ball. It feels like if they let Trey Hendrickson go. Now, with that said, is it a Joe Burrow make or break year? We'll see about that, baby. Onward, brother.
I don't have personal experience with a loss of an immediate loved one, but I've walked next to someone who has, and our church offers counseling around that. And one of the resources we use is this book called Dark Clouds, Deep Mercy. I highly recommend it to everyone who is dealing with loss, and I buy it for anyone close to me that I hear has a loved one who they've lost, and they've found some peace from that book. Yeah. Hopefully that could be a resource to some people who are listening. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for that suggestion, man. I know there's a lot of grief books out there and stuff, but it's just like, how do you go through it? Yeah. It's interesting. The young man who called earlier, the original call was saying that he felt like he got left behind. Yeah, it's all kind of fascinating, even though it's so sad. I was the other day, this came up on my feed when I was thinking about grief. And it's Jim Carrey once said, or this site attributes it to him. Grief is not just an emotion. It's an unraveling, a space where something once lived but is now gone. It carves through you, leaving a hollow ache where love once resided. In the beginning, it feels unbearable, like a wound that will never close. But over time, the raw edges begin to mend. The pain softens, but the imprint remains, a quiet reminder of what once was. The truth is, you never really move on, you move with it. The love you have does not disappear, it transforms. It lingers in the echoes of laughter, in the warmth of old memories, in the silent moments where you still reach for what is no longer there. And that's okay. Grief is not a burden to be hidden. It's not a weakness to be ashamed of. It is the deepest proof that love existed, that something beautiful once touched your life. So let yourself feel it. Let yourself mourn. Let yourself remember. There is no timeline. There is no right way to grieve. Some days will be heavy and some will feel lighter. Some moments will bring unexpected waves of sadness, while others will fill you with gratitude for the love you were lucky enough to experience. Honor your grief, for it is sacred. It is a testament to the depth of your heart. And in time, through the pain, you will find healing, not because you have forgotten, but because you have learned how to carry both love and loss together. Man, that's pretty powerful. Yeah, whenever I had heard that quote, that grief is only love that has no place to go. It's a great song, too, by Stephen Wilson Jr. I don't believe that the quote is his, but it's a great song. Yeah, like you have memories, and sometimes even just telling a funny story about someone that's gone can almost make you have the same feeling as if they are still alive sometimes. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to that. I know some of that stuff's kind of heavy and stuff to think about, but it's nice to take moments to think about people and just hear just be alive. Yeah, it's nice to just be alive. Yeah, I don't mean that. I just mean it's, I don't know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, thank you everybody who made some calls and called in. There was a lot of nice calls and suggestions. We tried to put some together there. I wanted to say something. There's been something that's just been kind of on my heart, and so I feel like I should bring it up. There is, we've had people on the podcast in the past to talk about it. And there's a conflict that's been happening in the Middle East. People know about it, between Israel and Palestine and some of the areas over there, the Gaza area they talk about. And I just think it feels to me, I don't know if it feels to me like it's a genocide that's happening while we're alive here in front of our lives. And I don't, sometimes I feel like I should say something. I'm not a geologist or geographer or anything like that, so I don't know a lot of some of it I do know though. Like I know the basics of the issues over there, but for me, it's just like how I feel like you see all these photos of people, just children, women, people, body parts, just people like putting their kids back together. And I just can't believe that we're watching that and that more isn't said about it. And so I'm not saying anyone else needs to say anything, but I think I'm just that more isn't said about it by me. So I just, I want to be able to speak up about that I think we're watching probably like, one of the sickest things that's ever happened. And I'm sorry if I've kind of haven't said about it. I've tried to talk about it and learn about it. But I don't know. Maybe I just wanted to say something. I don't even know what to do. And it's crazy because our country's also complicit in it. It's in it and has been for a long time. And it's just kind of interesting because then you just realize, oh, well, I'm a member of this country, but I'm just, what we want sometimes doesn't matter, and you just have to be a member of a place and your government is making other choices. So I don't know if I said that correctly, or I don't even know exactly what I said, but I just have, it's just like been making me really sick. And I feel like I just needed to say something that I think you don't have to think that. I'm not asking you to do anything. But I just have to say that. So I'm not sitting by, there's that piece inside of me. Like, why wouldn't can you say something? There's people that can't even speak and you can say something, and so that's how I just had to just speak up. Anyway, I think maybe it's starting to make it about me there at the end, but, yeah. So just praying for those people and just the grief that is all going to cause. You notice, like, what are we doing? But, and I know that this has happened to other ethnicities and other cultures. I know that it's happening to other places too. I just don't see that as much. And so, yeah, anyway. Anyway, that was kind of a downer ending, but big guy. So Mother's Day is a good day to just be reminded to love people, whether it's your mother or a kid or a puppy or a little alligator, whatever you got over there, even if it's a memory, get a picture out of somebody that was a member of your life or that loved you and spend a few moments with them, or that's what I'm going to try to do. I got a couple pictures of my dad. I think there's a couple memories that I keep of him that are like, that are just mine, it feels like, Yeah, there's a couple memories of him that I feel like are just mine. And so, yeah, I can just, you can spend time with those. You're the only two people that have those in the world is you and that other person. So that's that's one of a kind. So that's really something cool that you can do. But anyway, this is getting long. Happy Mother's Day. Thanks for letting me be a part of your life today. Thanks for being a part of my life today. And I don't even know how to end this, what to do. I don't even have any music on today, so. Big gay! It be gay. It be gay. But yeah, anyway, quit listening to me. Text your mom, even if you hate her, text her and be like, hey, Ma, love you. And then just send a wink emoji after it. That's, hey, look, hey. It's a start, right? You guys be good to yourselves, baby. Praise God. Thank you. Oh, and Easton, thank you so much, Easton, for helping us out today. Dude came over. We never even met. What are you getting your mom for Mother's Day, Easton?
I think me and my siblings went in on something. I don't really know what it is yet. So
Okay.
I'll find out on Mother's Day as well.
Type shit. Dude, the craziest is when you buy something with your siblings, right? They picked it out. They show up with it. Mom opens it. She likes it, but you don't fucking like it.
Yeah, it's happened a few times.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's like, dude, that's one of the, that's why being a mom has to be so crazy. Something crawls out of your body, right? Hangs out in the kitchen for probably 15 years, right? And then fucking basically, there wasn't an ending to that, but yeah, dude, that would be the thing. Somebody got my mom one of those boat in a bottle things, ship in a bottle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all gave my sister some money, and she'd been using or whatever, or mountain climbing or whatever she called it. But we gave her the money. She shows up. We each gave her like $80. She shows up, supposed to have something nice for her mom. She got her one of those fucking ship in a bottles, dog. And had no change with it. Like, bitch, give me that fucking change, bitch. Come on, big guy. All right, man. Thank you, Easton, bro. Much obliged. Appreciate you. And make sure to check out Net Positive with John Chris and Easton on there. And you guys be good to yourselves, baby. Gang.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone. Oh, but when I reach that ground, I'll share this peace of mind I found. I can feel it in my bones, but it's gonna take